there's been a few things on my mind lately. And I've been sort of struggling, but also hemming and hawing about the best way to talk about them. And I say best because I think we're in a position now that is so not just precarious, critical, I think might be a better word for it. And my concern is that if something is not done soon artfully, and by artfully I mean that sort of remarkable and magical combination of effectively but also wisely and creatively, that we're in big trouble. You know, I read once that the difference between a statesman and a politician is that a politician only thinks about the next election. A statesman thinks about the country after they're gone. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that everybody who does that is a good human being. For example, Mao would definitely have been, by that definition, a statesman. If things go as scheduled, in a few minutes I'm supposed to be hosting a Spaces on Twitter, and the topic is abortion. But what I really hope to discuss is that the last 2 years have been truly atrocious for some of us, many of us. So to hear a discussion of bodily autonomy occur now in any way from often the same people who slurringly and sneeringly called me an anti-vaxxer, or from politicians who share an ideology with people who claimed that if you were anti-mandate, you were anti-vax. Yet now, this one issue and to make it personal for a second again, in the last 2 years certainly put a bit of a obstacle in front of any chance I would have had to have met someone, decided that they were appropriate for not just me, but potentially to be a father. And then for however long it might take for me to get pregnant and have, of course, what would be a high-risk pregnancy because of my age. Hi, squirrel. Squirrel's coming to visit. Does this mean that it would have necessarily happened? Of course not. But does it really matter when it was made very clear to me that I was not only trivial in a grand scheme of things that had to do with health policy that was so poorly managed and clearly had nothing to do with COVID any more than this discussion on abortion has to do with abortion. My point being, once again, women, and of course when I say women, I am including men, because the reality is I've always believed that there's something quite remarkable about the way men look at women for for all the terrible things that can happen, and trust me, I know, I've been through some terrible things. By and large, men love women. Men will die for a woman. We won't. We're supposed to be willing to die for our children. But evidently, something's gotten really screwed up in recent years. And I am worried. So I'm sharing this very clearly stumbling video with everyone because if we don't find a way, and maybe we have to ignore the partisanship, maybe we have to ignore all the things that divide us, and maybe this has to be something that is strictly done as a team reality venture. Maybe, just maybe, now is the time to stand for bodily autonomy. Otherwise, I'm very afraid, because let's put it like this. There is going to be nothing out there to stop them from doing this again, and next time it's even worse. And as someone who probably will not have the privilege of leaving my DNA behind, maybe that's why I feel so much more passionate about not letting us leave behind a world devoid of all the things that make human beings both exceptional and having a life worth living. So, with that, thanks for listening and letting me stumble through this.